talking the second half of our top 10 lists, and Mark is not here, and his seat is very comfortable.
What are you doing? Why were you sitting in my seat?
Don't worry about it. Welcome to the Out of Our Minds podcast. I'm Avery Jones.
I'm Mark Brown.
Our top 10 list went a little off the rails.
Whoa!
And so we had to split it into 2 episodes here. So you're going to need those. So thank you for tuning back in for part 2. Let's go over to that right now. Us from the past or future. So we're to the top 5 now.
Oh, gosh.
So my number 5 is, and I hope you've seen this. If you haven't, we are through.
Okay.
Lego Batman.
I have.
Okay, good.
I have.
Lego Batman movie.
Did not make it on my list.
Really? I
fell asleep halfway through, and I woke up, and I turned it off.
Really? I thought you would love this thing.
No.
Because I was in a theater full of people and we were laughing our butts off.
I think it may be one of those movies where it's like a lot funnier with other people, but I was watching it by myself. And
all of the Batman love letters that are hidden in this thing, though, I thought would be...
That's the only reason why I made it halfway through. That's the only reason. Like, I refuse to step anywhere near the Lego movie now because I'm afraid that I'm going to hate it. I really am. I don't know why I hate this movie so much. Because there were some funny parts, but I don't know. Maybe I just take Batman a little too seriously. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's just
That's what I thought was so great about this, because it wasn't the Batman versus Superman brooding out a window.
Yeah, I know, but I just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I wish I would have liked it. I really do. But I'm glad I rented it and not bought it.
I have it on my shelf over there.
I see it from here.
The next episode of the Out of Our Minds podcast will be Mark and I slapping the crap out of each other for our top 10 lists. All right, what is your... are you up to number 5 now, too?
I am up to number 5.
All right, so you're in your 5. What's your 5?
I know that you have seen this movie.
Okay.
Because I've talked with you about this movie.
Okay.
You
sound hesitant.
I'm very hesitant. I have to recheck my list. Okay, yeah, that's where I want it. It is a movie that has been released recently. My top 5 were hard for me. They were really hard for me. It's going to be Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Okay.
And
we have not had a chance to talk about The Last Jedi.
We have not. I came out of this movie loving it. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, it's completely understandable because it only came out in December. But... go see the movie. Stop the video right now. Go see the movie and come back to us later. We won't mind. Because support with your dollars. But, okay, so it opens up with an amazing, one of the best, like spaceship Star Wars battles I have ever seen.
The best Star War.
The best Star War ever. Ever. Okay. I loved, like, I took my... so here's the thing is, I told you... I'm sorry, I get so excited. So, I told you about how my mom raised me on the originals, yes. And she took me to see prequels, and I've been taking her to see these. I took her on Saturday. So, I went to see it Thursday. I went again to see it Friday. I took her Saturday. The entire time, I was sitting, like, next to her going...
You're watching her watch.
Yeah, I'm watching her watch the movie, and that opening battle scene, she goes, "Oh, that's so awesome! Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, "That's amazing!" So, and just like Poe with the whole like of the X-wing. What? Okay, so I'm getting passionate because I'm sweating. I'm sorry. That's too gross.
No, that's
okay.
Fine. That's the least gross thing you've said this entire show.
Yeah, true. So they've showed us things that we've never seen in Star Wars before, yes. Such as an X-wing screeching coming. I will pay to see that. There were so many big glaring things that I'm telling you, if there were some things that weren't in that movie would be my number one, hands down. Hands down. But
one thing you would cut out of that movie to like it more. So everybody seems to agree on what would go away.
the Leia flying through space, that's what I would choose.
Okay. Most people that I've heard, most of the criticisms I've heard about, if I'd been making this movie, you could have cut 20 minutes out with the whole Finn and Rose thing could go away.
See, I hate when people say that because that was an essential plot point. Okay. Whenever it panned behind him.
You see the ear?
Yes! I was like,
that was you and not your mom?
Yes, that was me by myself.
Oh, good.
I literally screamed, and I had tears. Disney, okay, you might not get me with your animation, but with your live action stuff and Marvel and Star Wars and stuff, you take all of it. Take all of it. If you can take the characters that I grew up with, bring them back on screen and have them talk, I don't even care what they're talking about. They could have just been talking about, oh, I have a hamburger. Oh, that's great. Just
when's the bus coming?
I will pay. I will pay to see that. There were so many big glaring things that I'm telling you, if there were some things that weren't in that movie would be my number one, hands down. Hands down. But
one thing you would cut out of that movie to like it more. So everybody seems to agree on what would go away.
the Leia flying through space, that's what I would choose.
Okay. Most people that I've heard, most of the criticisms I've heard about, if I'd been making this movie, you could have cut 20 minutes out with the whole Finn and Rose thing could go away.
See, I hate when people say that because that was an essential plot point. Okay, I liked them showing the rich people because the entire time we've been watching Star Wars, we've been watching dirty, stinky, homeless people, okay? I want to know where the rich people live. This is Star Wars. This is the future. I want to see what that money can buy you.
You want to know a cool thing? You know who's supposed to be in that casino? Smooth talking guy with a cape. Supposed to be hanging out in that casino.
What?
Can you imagine if Lando had shown up in that scene? He was supposed to be the ladies' man codebreaker that Maz.
He was?
According to what I read.
Why wasn't he?
He's apparently not as smooth as he used to be, old Billy D.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just read an article. They
Billy
didn't explain.
D, you've been drinking too many. Colt 45.
Excellent reference.
Thank you.
He's also in Lego Batman, which is my top 5 if anybody remembers that one. We'll talk more about Star Wars soon because it's coming up very shortly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump to my number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we have talked about this. This is one of the first movies we ever talked about before we even did a show.
Mm-hmm. And
it is my number 4. It is Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
See, I've not seen that one.
I've
heard great things about it.
You had some hesitations.
I did.
As did the rest of the world.
I did. Because movies based on board games have been notorious for not being good. Battleship.
You can't compare Jumanji to Battleship.
Battleship.
Well, we don't talk about Battleship. That's another BS word we don't use here on the Out of Our Minds podcast.
It was bad. I'm sorry, Rihanna. Riri. You were great manning that gun, but the movie was terrible.
I didn't even know she was in that.
Yeah,
because
she was one of the.
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, it was alright.
Jumanji is not a reboot.
No.
It is a continuation.
Yes.
The movie begins in 1996 with the board game being dug up and brought to another person's home. Mm-hmm. He ignores the board game in favor of his video games. Mm-hmm. The board game changes in order to trap him, and he opens the box later, and it's a cartridge with the new Jumanji on it. He then get sucked in, and it's kind of a rehash from there, but
I mean you get instead of it being
you actually get
instead of things coming out, they get sucked in,
right?
And it's got your boy in it.
Living in my boy,
your boy,
my boy JB.
It's not,
I worked
we're
with
too
Jack
white.
Black. I worked with Jack Black once. I don't know if I would call him my boy, but you know,
He likes Avery. His people recommended Avery
well,
for a thing.
This isn't all about Avery today. I don't like to talk about.
He's
myself.
famous.
I'm not at all.
He's super famous.
Your YouTube
He makes that.
YouTube views.
He makes that Ghostbuster.
Goosebumps.
Or that one.
Not
Starts with a G.
Not Ghostbusters.
It's got ghosts in it. Whatever. Sorry.
Do you mind if I spoil a little bit of Jumanji for you?
Sure.
So they're in the jungle and they meet up with the young man now who got sucked in at the very beginning of the movie. Some time has passed, and my computer is gone, and I don't know if I need to Google something. So they meet up with him and they go back to his tree house that he has set up, and they're like, "Hey, where'd you get the sweet house?" And he's like, "It was here. There's a guy named Alan Parrish built this." And you look over on the tree and it said that Alan Parrish was here. It's a little nod to Robin Williams' character from Jumanji. They say it's Alan Parrish's house. I'm just living in it, which is what the whole Jumanji franchise is. Isn't it great?
I'm gonna cry.
That's awesome. So
Oh
that
my
was
God.
for that reason alone. That one line,
Like you see
is,
the tears.
I see the tears.
Like they're welling up right now. Oh God! Oh!
You sound like a Star Wars fan after seeing The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know some of those people. But
I know of some.
Jumanji comes in at my my number 4. So
I thought we were gonna agree on number 4. I guess I don't think we're gonna agree on a single one of these.
I don't think so. Nope.
Because my number 4 was Wonder Woman.
Ah, okay.
So good, so good. And another movie to break more boundaries had a female director directing a female movie about female comic books, like female meta inside the brain. Okay, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. Like, I mean,
Watch that language.
not. Yeah, I'm sorry, fan-freakins. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So, I didn't think that it wasn't going to be good because I always forget her name. I want to. Patty Jenkins, you're a goddess. Do more things. Patty Jenkins. I didn't think it was going to be terrible because I thought, women can't direct, because that's just sexist and wrong. I thought it was going to be bad because it was a DC movie. I mean, look at their track record. They're not doing pretty hot. I mean, in the DCU, that is. New DCU, whatever. But I walked in with extremely low expectations and I was blown out of the water. Like, the way that the movie was shot, the dialogue was good, the plot line was good. Like, everything about this movie was good. It was just so good. And honestly, I could do without the rest of the Justice League if they just gave me more Wonder Woman movies. I'd be good.
Every year there's a new Wonder Woman movie?
I'd be good.
With Patty Jenkins.
Of
That's
course.
the duo. You
Patty,
gotta have those
Patty
two.
and Patty and Gal, you gotta do it. I mean, in the movie. I mean,
Make movies
you've got
together.
to make movies together. Get your mind out of the gutter, Avery. Pervert.
Okay, should I move on to my next one now?
Sorry, Audrey.
Okay.
You're in trouble, mister.
I'm not in trouble.
What's your number 3?
This is where I'm going to get in trouble with you. My number 3, Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
You're not going to get in trouble with me.
My top 3 I put together based on the experiences that I had watching them for the first time in the theater.
That makes sense. Then that makes sense.
The times that the way that it made me feel things and then immediately flipped it around on me, because the thing that I was the most, I guess, dreading in Star Wars: The Last Jedi is how do they handle Carrie Fisher?
Yeah, which I thought, and of course, again, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie.
We're 45 minutes into the show.
I mean, come on. Just go see the freaking movie, then come back and, you know what I'm saying? All right, so I really thought that that's how they were going to end it, and I was really glad that they didn't. Although the whole Superman like flying through space thing was a little weird, but
I want to know what of that was shot before.
all of it. She died shortly after the filming.
Right, but what did they repurpose into this new version of the story? Was there what did they have to retool when she passed away of that?
I don't know, because like I don't know. I don't know.
Because I that's what I'm interested to know.
I don't know. That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Is what was she? Maybe she was on the ship in one scene. You know, they digitally took the background and dropped her somewhere else. Like what of that was the plan, and then what of that was necessity? Is something I'm very interested to know when those sweet bonus features come out.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. I was not angry with you about Star Wars being your number 3, but you're going to be angry about the next ones. I was angry with you about Guardians being so down on the list because Guardians is my number 3. It is amazing. Okay, coming from a daddy, or I'm not a daddy. I don't have children.
Do you have something to tell
I've got
me?
4-legged children. They're my babies. But coming from a person,
these are animals.
Animals, doggies.
Yes.
Coming from a person who's got daddy issues, this movie was screaming at me.
You also have problems saying the sentence that you're trying to say.
No, but like the acting was, bam, spot on, perfect. The plot was great. The dialogue was written extremely well. It was hilarious. I think it was funnier on the second one than it was on the first one, and the first one was hilarious. Okay.
A lot of that comes from knowing who they are now, though.
Yeah.
It's like you know who Drax is, and you know who Rocket is, and how they butt heads and all that. So
Drax was one of my favorite characters in this movie, by the way. Like, the first one, I was like, meh. Because here's the thing is, I'm a wrestling fan, and so I didn't see Drax. I saw I saw Dave Bautista. But the second one, I lost Dave Bautista, and this was Drax. Like, I fell in love with Drax in this movie.
You know something I thought was nice about Drax in that movie? The first movie, I must avenge my wife and daughter. He laughs so much in this movie.
Yes.
Because he's got his family with him now. So
yes.
he has that freedom to... I just thought that was... They don't dwell on that at all. It's like, Drax, you learned to laugh, or anything like that. Yeah. But I thought that was a nice little...
Yeah, it was a nice little... Here you go. Play with it.
Happiness
Play
now.
with it. Yeah. But yeah, that was my number 3. It just... And then the whole... Okay. Again, spoiler alert. Like... If you haven't seen this movie, shame on you.
This one's out on DVD, people.
Really. But the whole moment, like, when... I might cry thinking about it. Like, Michael Rooker, like, talking to Peter... Yondu talking to Peter Quill about, like, you know, he may have been your father, but I was your pappy or whatever. Like, just... And to know that... The entire time, like, he didn't just steal him from Earth. Like, he was going to go and deliver him to his father, but then he found out what his father was doing, and he didn't. Like,
there was one point in that movie. There was one point in that movie. There have been, like, 3 moments when I'm watching movies, TV, whatever, where I lose control of my reactions. And one of them was they're inside Ego's mind, and they're setting the bombs, and everything's going off, and little baby Groot, everything starts closing in on him, and he starts crying. I made an inhuman sound.
Yes, in the theater, I was going, no! And people were like, you know, looking at me like,
are you okay?
Weirdo. And I'm like,
Security.
Don't you dare hurt baby Groot. Don't you dare hurt baby Groot.
He's grown up.
Nobody talk about Baby Groot. That's an inside joke between me and my wife. No one will get it except for her, because she's the only one that's going to probably watch this.
Should I move on? Are you want any more shout outs or inside jokes you'd like to?
Shout out. Bo, little cousin Bo, he's a fan of ours.
Little cousin Bo?
Yeah, little cousin Bo. He's an aspiring actor. He's been in a show or 2. I believe it, just 1. But he did amazing. And keep up the good work, buddy. We love you here at Out of Our Minds podcast. And
thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Just, hit the refresh button.
A couple times.
On every video.
Put it on a loop.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
An 84-hour loop.
That works for us. We would appreciate that.
Thanks.
Yes. Back to the show now. I'm up to number 2. And
I'm really...
Murder on the Orient Express.
I'm just done. I'm done with the show!
Maybe I am stupid, but I did not see the ending coming. It's number 2. I go back. I picked my top 3 based on the feelings I felt when I saw it the first time in theaters.
Okay, I can understand that one. I guess I can understand that one.
So
we'll
just move on from Murder on the Orient Express.
We talked about
We've already talked about that.
So mine, number 2,
yes,
is Thor Ragnarok, which we were going to talk about.
Yes, let's talk about that now because it was my number 6.
Oh, how dare you!
I felt so many things with these other movies. I'm sorry.
How dare you!
You've said it like 50 times. I know. How dare me? Tell me why you love Thor Ragnarok so much.
Okay, so Thor...
Because you got me rethinking Guardian spot on this list, by the way.
Yeah, because it's great. I just turned into Tony the Tiger there. It's great.
Also not a sponsor.
But hey, Kellogg's, come on. We'll eat cereal right on the show.
That's a good idea. Just add a...
just you'll hear the clinking of the...
Dine along with us. That's good.
We'll have little
Today's cereal is...
brain bowls
right?
that, because we're eating out of our minds.
That's good. I like that. We'll get some mugs.
That'll be our next cooking show. Ding! Eating out of our minds. Oh, that just sounds wrong now. Okay, never mind. Scratch that idea. Stop it, you pervert. Anyways, Thor Ragnarok had great characters. 1, it was hilarious.
Korg.
2, Korg.
Give that guy a movie. Patty Jenkins. When you go over to the Marvel side, we're gonna have to talk about the Korg solo movie.
Yes.
Okay, team him up with anybody you want. But
team him up with Wonder Woman. They did a Marvel DC crossover.
There we go. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Let's get that Kickstarter going.
So yes, here's the thing. I have a soft spot in my heart for like comics that I read or animations that I read growing up. And I just wanted to see Gladiator Hulk. I just wanted to see.
Can you imagine if they'd have kept that a secret the entire
progress? I would have. I would have screamed to the mountaintops. Oh, I would have been dead in the theater. Dead.
No life size, just gone.
Just kill me. Just right then, because I would have died.
With that giant hammer that just.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And in the conversation between like Thor and Hulk, hilarious. And if you haven't seen it, you see Hulk butt. You see Hulk butt.
That's the part you're going to use to sell this movie?
Don't say that you haven't wanted to see.
Never in my life has that ever crossed. No.
You've never wanted to see a green butt?
No, never.
A green butt of a big hulking man. Come on.
Not once, ever. Stop moving your eyebrows like that. When is that DVD coming out? That I'm interested to know.
I am interested because I do want to buy it. So please tell us. So yes, that is. It's so good.
We did a whole episode. We said we're not going to talk about Thor Ragnarok for a whole show, and we did a whole episode where we talked about Thor Ragnarok. So yeah. I think you should go
go back and rewatch it.
Find out.
And Jeff Goldblum. What? Amazing. He's just so good. He's so good.
He's back for the second Jurassic World too. Have you seen that trailer?
I have not seen the trailer, but I've heard that he's back.
You just hear his voice and he goes, "Life finds a way." So he's back. That guy's gonna be around in every movie from now on.
Yeah, now that he's working, man, sign him up.
Matt Damon also in Thor Ragnarok. At the beginning in the play, when they have the Loki's putting on the show of the story.
Did I miss it?
Yes, you did.
I missed it.
We have to derail for just a moment here.
Well, I'm like going inside my brain. Like I'm. What?
He's the show that Loki is putting on at the beginning. He's Loki in the play on Asgard at the very top of the film.
Is he?
Yes, and the other Hemsworth brother is Thor.
I don't think. Oh, I do remember sitting in the theater going, they look very familiar. But I didn't think anything else of it.
It's Matt Damon.
Oh, look at there.
He's not the Green Arrow like
Look
everybody said. But
well, I mean, did you know that the Hemsworth brother, not Chris, but Kyle? I don't know.
There's like 4 or 5 of them. They grow them on a farm.
Yes, one of them actually auditioned to be Thor and Chris was not called back for a callback. He was done, and his brother was like in the final 2, and then they were like, "Nah, we don't want either of you. Hey, Chris, come on in." Yeah. So could you imagine that?
That's an awkward Thanksgiving, right
Yeah.
there.
Could you imagine that Thanksgiving? So
I'm in your movie now. I was Thor too.
How's this close?
So are we down to our number ones now?
We're down to our number ones. Do we want to say it at the same time?
Let's just go back and we will we'll just go back up the list.
Okay.
So my number 10 was Greatest Showman.
Okay. Number 10, Homecoming. Spider-Man, Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming, number 9.
Number 9, Murder on the Orient Express.
Baby Driver, number 8.
8, Power Rangers.
Beauty and the Beast, number 7.
Justice League, number 7.
Thor Ragnarok, number 6.
Get Out, number 6.
Number 5, Lego Batman.
Star Wars The Last Jedi, number 5.
Number 4, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Number 4, Wonder Woman.
Number 3, Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Number 2, Murder on the Orient Express.
Number 2, Thor Ragnarok.
All right, and so on the count of 3.
We're going to say it at the same time.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Logan!
Coco. Yeah.
What did you say?
Coco, the Pixar film.
What did I say?
You said Logan.
What did you say?
Coco.
What did I say?
Logan.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Well, I need you to start.
Did you not see Logan?
I saw Logan and it was up for number 10 on mine, up against. I picked the other Hugh Jackman movie. You're turning into C-3PO when you're angry.
What? Avery! Avery, don't! How can you not pick Logan as number 1? Are you kidding me? Hang on!
Can I go get a hug from my girlfriend? Because you're being very, very mean.
No. It's okay. Audrey, come and hug. While I rant. How are you going to pick a Pixar movie over Logan? It gave you... Finally! They gave you the rated R Logan movie that we have all been begging for! With all of the snicks. All of the snicks, Avery. I'm lightheaded.
Coco made me cry more than any other film has this year. The heart, the beauty of the artwork, the family, a unit that has come together there through the generations. I thought it was magical. I didn't like the swearing in Logan. Forgive me for that. This is going to be the best way to end the series of podcasts ever. Mark is about to kill me. That's why I took the helmet away.
There will no longer be any episodes of Out of Our Minds podcast. You are now viewing the last episode. This is not an over dramatization.
This is not what
I am just now learning what his number 1 is. Like, this is legit. This is real.
I refused to tell him this before we started the show.
God, I really can't believe Logan's not your number one. I honestly, now I know why you said that I was going to be mad with your top 3. Now I know why. Because I am. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Don't jump. But I am. I'm sorry. Oh, God. But Logan.
It was a great movie. I admit it was a fantastic movie.
You're not, do you have it? Do you own it? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. You don't deserve it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I bought a ticket for $5 just like everyone else. Bargain matinee times.
You waited?
I know, I saw it like opening day.
Oh, okay.
I've got a video review on my other channel.
Oh.
Inside My Brain Comedy for that one. Do you need a second?
I need a second.
And we're back.
Oh, I didn't kill Avery because I had to take a sedative.
Well, there's still time. There's always 2018 for me to pick the wrong movie again.
You know what, Avery? I really hope that I know that our top 10s didn't match, but I really hope that our upcoming movies for 2018 that we are into, like, wanting to see, I hope that we have at least 2.
So the anticipation of the movies to come.
Movie anticipation 2018.
Let's just alternate movies. I'll say one, you say one.
All right.
So you can start this one.
I'm gonna go Black Panther as my number 1.
All right, I was gonna go Infinity War as my biggie that everybody's.
Every time I see a Black Panther trailer, which obviously there's gonna be there's only been one so far, but there's gonna be another one coming out during the sports ball thing of the national championship, the championship for the national.
Which sports ball is that? Is
nation.
that the round one or the long one?
The oval one.
I don't know which one.
The one with the laces.
The one with the. Oh, cool. Golf. Solo, a Star Wars story is another one that I'm sorry. You can't keep me. We're trying.
So disappointed in you.
We have to move on with the list.
All right, yes, let's move on because
Solo, a Star Wars story.
That's also on my list.
That's also on your list. Good.
Another movie that I didn't know I wanted to see this movie. I'm grabbing a pen so I can mark off these off my list. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you. I grabbed it. So losing my mind. I'm losing my mind.
Curse you, Logan!
I love you, Hugh Jackman.
Right into his brain.
Hugh Jackman, I love you.
Greatest Showman was my number 10. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna snicked you. Sorry. This movie that is coming out in 2018. I did not know that I wanted to see this movie until I saw a trailer for it while watching Star Wars. Ready Player One.
That looks awesome.
I don't know anything
about it other than what the trailers. I don't know.
I don't really know anything either, other than the fact that I love all of the cameos. Because here,
the freaking Iron Giant.
Yes, and okay, so you know how I feel about Overwatch. There's an Overwatch character in it, and I'm like,
I saw that.
I was like, Tracer. Which I'm hoping that they're like. I'm probably, once the film comes out, I'm probably gonna buy it and just slowly like put it on like 10 frames a second and just be like,
this is the Tracer movie now.
No, not necessarily just Tracer. I'm gonna count on all the cameos.
Gotcha.
Okay, what's yours?
I think I'm gonna have to do this for mine. Mary Poppins Returns is what I'm looking forward to. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Oh, yes. Yes, I just watched Fantastic Beasts for the first time like about a month ago. I am so in love.
We're going to see young Dumbledore and the continuation of that story. Mm-hmm. The beginning of that story.
The beginning continuation of
that story. That's a good one. Let's see. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is also coming out. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I haven't seen the first one, but I've heard good things.
You would like... That and Big Hero 6 are the 2 Disney movies that you can watch and still feel good about yourself in your hatred of all the things that I love.
I've yet to see either of them.
Yes.
So, another movie that I am very excited to see is Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes.
Is this a thing?
This is a thing.
I don't
you,
know
you
about
didn't
this.
know this?
No.
Oh, they are making a movie about Freddie Mercury's life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like it's titled Bohemian Rhapsody. And I forgot the actor's name who they got to play him. But he looks like and sounds just like him. Well, not just like him because no one can be Freddie Mercury, but he's looking up. Oh yeah, that guy, the guy from
I gotcha.
What's his face?
I'm trying to place it.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also in Night at the Museum. I know this guy.
Oh yeah,
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he plays Freddie Mercury in the new movie.
Now. That's good.
He's gonna have the whole mustache and the gap in between the teeth, the whole nine. And it's I've seen some pictures of it. It looks fantastic, fan-freaking-tastic.
Wrinkle in Time is Disney's film they're coming out with that looks pretty interesting. It's got your Chris Pine from Wonder Woman in it, so he's still working. It's good to see that struggling young
he's
actor.
not dead.
Well, he's not in Wrinkle in Time. But there's Oprah Winfrey, Zach Galifianakis, Reese Witherspoon, a ton of people in it.
Oprah Winfrey?
Yes, Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
The trailers came out. You might have seen that with Star Wars. Did you not see that with Star Wars?
I don't think I did.
Okay, I saw it in theaters recently with something, but I can't remember what it is. She's no help. So we're going to...
She's still over there, and she allowed me to beat him up for all the things.
I'm just going to beat you up later.
Wait till she catches you outside.
She can't catch
How
me.
about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
What else you got?
I don't know where else.
just jump around.
another movie that I don't know if you know about is Sergeant Stubby.
I know people who worked on it, so I am.
Oh,
so
it was made or produced here in Columbus.
Yes,
I
know
was
some of the folks.
Yeah. My wife and I are really into animal adoptions, that sort of thing, and so they were working with a lot of the shelters around the area, and so we got to know some of the people that worked in the offices at Fun Academy.
Yep.
Who helped produce the movie, and we got to see some stuff, and it looks really good. Really, really good.
An animated movie that you're excited for.
I'm excited for it because it helps animals get adopted. And this is a PSA. Avery didn't know I was going to do this, but PSA, I didn't know I was going to do this until just now. Spay and neuter your animals, people, because the world's got too many dogs already. Just go to your local pound. There are hundreds of dogs that need homes, that are wanting homes, that would be wonderful, wonderful animals for you and your children and or other animals. That is my PSA. Thank you.
I agree with this PSA.
Adopt things.
Adopt things. We could make that a little more eloquent. We'll clean it up in editing.
We'll worry about it later.
Animated thing. The Grinch is getting a new animated movie.
That was on my
with
list.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's the only reason why I'm excited about it.
Doctor Strange himself.
Because he is a voice actor. He's an actor, but man.
Smaug.
Oh. And he the only thing he's not good at is saying the word penguin. Penguin. Penguin.
Good. I'm glad you know about that video.
Oh, I do.
Because that's...
Oh, I do.
Oh, good.
But another animated movie I'm excited about.
Wow, we're breaking new ground.
New grounds here,
Coco
people.
Did this. I'm sorry.
Incredibles 2.
That's on my list as well.
I've been waiting for this movie for what, 12 years now?
14.
Oh, just give it to us already! I mean, really? Is it that hard?
Run through a couple of your others. I've got
okay.
one more left.
Okay, so I've got Aquaman, Jurassic Park, Fallen Kingdom, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Let's see. X-Men, Dark Phoenix, and then do your couple.
I got one left.
What's your one?
Goosebumps 2, Slappy's Revenge is something that I am highly anticipating. Don't read too much into that. I know nothing, but Jack Black is officially signed on, and the official title is Slappy's Revenge. So, who knows what that could mean, but I'm not holding my breath.
Could that mean that...
We might not do this podcast for a couple months? Yes.
No, we'd do it. I'll just travel up to Atlanta.
They are filming in Atlanta again. They put out crew calls and stuff for it, but I don't know anything other than that. That's all my inside scoop I have for you now. Move on with your thing. That wasn't as cool as I wanted it to.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm
Mystery.
sitting next to a movie star,
Mystery.
folks.
Intrigue.
I'm sitting next to a movie star, folks. All right. So I already said that. Holmes and Watson.
I don't know about this one.
I just like Sherlock Holmes, and I saw it, and I was like, ooh.
Is it a new
I think
version,
it's actually,
or is it Robert Downey Jr.?
I think it's animated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's animated.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that. I didn't really read
Sherlock
much into
Gnomes is another one you should be interested in. Johnny Depp's playing Sherlock Gnome. There's a great joke in the trailer. They need to get across the bay, so they need a boat, but they have no ship, Sherlock. Children's movies are gross.
Oh Lord, that's funny. Oh, okay, so I've got 3 more.
You're really winding down.
I am winding down quick.
Low battery.
Okay, I've got 3 more, and that's
fast before.
So Venom, standalone Venom film. I'm really excited about.
Year?
That's what it said. 2018. Yeah.
Okay.
I
just
Halloween.
Pushback.
I'm not a big fan of horror, but I
Jamie
love.
Lee Curtis is coming back. Yeah.
I love like classic horror, like Halloween. Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. Like the classics, I like, and I'll be excited for this. The only classic remake that I refuse to watch is it because I'm afraid of clowns. But then my last one that I'm really excited about is Predator. I'm a huge Aliens vs. Predator fan. Really just Predator fan. But I love the idea of this, like, genetically meant to hunt beast that is fully decked out in technology that could take you down with anything. And I love the idea. So those are my.
Do you think that changes any with Disney now owning Alien and Predator franchises through Fox?
I really hope not. I hope it is just as bloody and gory as the OG.
I mean, I think you would expect that out of.
I know. I think if they're like snicked and then they just don't show anything, and then he's like,
is that your Predator?
Yeah, that's one. I can't do it. No, that sounds like a cat.
Wow, this show has been
It's off the rails.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for all of us.
Oh.
Thank you very much for joining us, not only on this show, but for the rest of 2018 as well. We'll be back soon with something more, and hopefully we'll be getting along.
We'll come back with something.
After Mark takes a nap or something, because
I'm hangry.
That's what it is.
Hangry.
We should have gotten this
some
man
food.
a waffle. Thanks for hanging out with us for this very long journey today. Until next time, I'm Avery Jones.
And I'm Mark Brown. Have a happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.